Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center and welcome to the world of magic and miracles. Welcome to the family of Earthlandians. I greet you with a smile, as always, sending you everything that you need: healing, magic, miracles, straight through my eyes into your being from the place which I live and from the connection that we all share. I broadcast today from my home in Solvang, and it's just great to be here. And there comes that smile again from everywhere. So I'll share these words as they have poured into me. I share them with you. Compassion is blooming like a beautiful rose. Understanding is growing like a great redwood tree. And love without conditions is sprouting from the waters like a lotus flower. And we are here at the threshold of the door to our own magnificence and the magnificence of the human entity itself. Now we begin to walk through the door so that destiny, what had been put in motion eons ago, can finally be fulfilled. It is a grand feeling indeed, and we are all feeling it. Love in the face of hate, freedom in the face of slavery, peace in the face of war, and truth in the face of the lie. My heart is overflowing with tears of joy, and my heart is melding with every heart that is feeling a moment of transformation within themselves and within the whole human entity. It has been a long time coming, but I am now assured that what has been set in motion for the advancement of humanity will be fulfilled. Cheers. This is called Your Music, Your Song, Your Symphony. Everything is orchestrated, and it is simply our resistance to the symphony that is our life that causes what we know as suffering. If you know that you are being looked after by a loving, omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscient creator, then you can see every circumstance as a note, a bar, and a part of the symphony of your life. With this knowing, you are free of all fear and doubt, knowing that the circumstances are necessary notes in the music that makes up your symphony. A reaction to what appears to be off key halts the music and transmits a resistance to the conductor, which you are a part of. This causes the conductor to wait until you can see the bigger picture or change the music altogether while still bringing you to the same destination. This can affect the time it takes before our music, our song, our symphony reaches its all-loving state of perfection. It is our human nature to want to control our circumstances, to control the outcome, to take action, to solve problems, and to fix things that appear to be broken. We have a very hard time allowing what's been orchestrated to play itself out, for we are always influenced by the illusion of time. So we go back and forth between allowing the orchestration and trying to control it. Know that only that aspect of you that is in the outer reaches of the universe has access to the power to control the circumstances and outcomes. And that is the you that has set everything in motion. This is the you whose essence is the music, whose presence is a song, and whose life is a symphony. If you are in sync with that aspect of yourself, then you also have access to the power to control all outcomes and all circumstances. I've painted this picture of everything being orchestrated and connected before, but each time I'm given a little more detail, a little more color and sound to add to the picture. For the picture is never fixed. It is always fluid, moving, expanding, and changing, because I am always moving, expanding, growing, and changing. And because of what I know and what I can see, my awareness expands into deeper layers and levels, and my communication of what I know and see continues to change, grow, and expand too. You may hear this change, growth, and expansion in my voice or in my sound, or you may feel it as a vibration, almost as if it is a channeling. And in some ways, that is true. But I can only feel the expansion as the words and understanding come into me with much more clarity and compassion. The full totality of our being encapsulates the all. Therefore, every moment in your life is tied to every moment in every life, and tied to all moments that have ever been and that will ever be. There are millions of examples of what I speak of, and today most of these examples have now been backed by scientific evidence proving the reality of their existence. Things in quantum physics called entanglement or string theory all point to a unified field where everything is connected. We have things like the butterfly effect, the butterfly flapping its wings in Africa, producing a hurricane in America. These and so many other discoveries bring forward the reality that always sat behind the scenes, yet was actually the foundation for all that we see and experience here in the physical world. Many times we call these things synchronicities, but it is far more than that. There are no accidents, and deja vus show you in a fleeting moment that you have been somewhere before, or that you have already done something that you're currently experiencing. You are starting to experience instantaneous manifestations from your thoughts that are connected to your spirit, that are connected to your heart, and that are connected to every piece of life and all things everywhere. The timing that things appear in your life are no accident, even though it feels random, but it is a part of the symphony. And it is only our reaction and resistance that blocks us from seeing why it is all happening at this moment. In spite of that, we still will eventually understand the whys and what fors of a moment. It could be days, weeks, months, or even years, but one day we will say, oh, now I see. Now I understand why this happened to me. And then all of the notes of your symphony will fall into place with the sound not unlike the ratcheting sound of gears clicking into place. That sound will be unique to each one, for it is the sound of your music, the sound of your song. I am simply bringing this into the awareness of the human entity. And if you can receive it, you will find the peace that passes all understanding. Every moment in your life is tied to every moment in every life, and tied to all moments that have ever been and that will ever be. And reaction and resistance pauses your music and takes you outside of the flow. You see, the flow is one with everything. It meanders through hills and valleys, around mountains and borders. It doesn't fight with the obstacles. It doesn't try to control them. It just chooses another way. It has an essence of royalty, of being above the obstacles, but not better than them. It holds no energy of war, for once you take that into your field, you must carry it, and the weight of that energy will destroy your peace. So the picture is that everything that happens is a part of something else that may not be in your view yet. So all we have to do is watch the conductor and see if there is a new soloist, a new instrument, or a new musician being added to the symphony, and then not resist, not react, and not control, as we sit back and wait to see where we're being led and why. If you could walk through your life seeing every moment in this way, how magical it would be, and how much energy and light you would retain in your field. For it is reaction, resistance, and control that stills your energy and subdues your light. Today it is raining here in this part of California, and when it rains, I cannot work. And when I do not work, I do not make money. But I have no reaction and no resistance. If I go to my brain, I could easily think, with no money, I cannot pay my rent. And with no rent, I will be without a home, and on and on. And since the weather is showing rain for the next 4 to 6 days in a row, if I took that path, I would be buried in fear, worry, and blame. But instead, I rest in the knowing that my Creator has never left me adrift, never left me without any or all of my needs being met. And this day is no different. So I sit in the river, sit in the flow, and watch for what the rain is bringing. It may be that my body needs a rest. It may be that I just need to be home. And that is just for me. But on a bigger scale, it may be that this particular area needs rain, or there's one person somewhere in this area that needs the rain more than I need to work. The possibilities are infinite, but they are all orchestrated for the benefit of the all. Each of you have also probably changed the weather or stopped the rain. We're all capable of that, but it's the reaction to all the circumstances and the power and influence that we give over to those circumstances, which is your sovereign power as creator, that I wish to extricate us all from. Without the eyes of the creator, the thread of connection is impossible to see. But there is a thread, and it weaves its way through every life, every planet, every galaxy, and every universe. And each one of us have that thread running through us too. I have changed the direction of a hurricane, and I know that I could stop the rain, but that power came from a desire to remove a threat from others, not for myself. And the signal to do that was clearly felt through my creator. If that is what I'm to do with the rain, then I will do it. But until I receive such a signal, if I am to at all, I simply rest in the flow. I rest in the knowing that I am seen, heard, known, looked after, and loved. And so are each one of you. These particular circumstances are unique to me, but every person goes through their own moment through the unique circumstances in their life that make them choose to react in fear of the physical reality or trust in the love of their creator. Almost every day of our adult life, the potential is high for these moments to exist. Know that every moment, every choice, and every decision, no matter how seemingly trivial or insignificant, has been orchestrated for the advancement of your life. But what if everything you've ever been told about who you are, what you're capable of, how you must live, and what you must believe is a lie? And it is only your acceptance through your fear that makes it all true. What if you could no longer be afraid? What if you just said, fuck the tax man? Every time you felt some fear, you just said, fuck the tax man, knowing that the tax man represents every part of the system that has wanted to take something from you, your money, your true identity, and your sovereignty. The tax man could be the auto repairman, the doctor, or the dentist, the government, your boss, your partner who really isn't your partner, the insurance companies, the credit card companies, and of course the banks. The list is endless and includes anyone who does not have your best interest or the best interest of humanity at heart. Of course, within all these fields, there can be people who would care about you, but until that person shows up, fuck the tax man. And the laughter that follows will lead you straight back into the arms of your creator. Step out of the world of the tax man and move into the world of your creator. Begin to see the interconnectedness of everything and the orchestration of exactly what you need. Step into the flow where the feeling is softer and leave the hardened world of the two-headed imposter. Fear and reaction, fear and reaction. You are free of it all the moment you start laughing. Now I hear your music. Now I hear your song. Your symphony's on track now. You've been conducting all along. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we all could live. If I was a sculptor, hey, but then again, no. Or a man who makes potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best that I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now it's done. I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind that I put it all down in words. How wonderful life is that you're in the world. So if you're 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, or even 20 years old, you have probably forgotten all the moments when your creator looked after you. But depending on your age, it could easily be in the tens of thousands of times. And yet, each time a circumstance appears, we still react as if it has never happened. We simply forget. But just as you have never let your children go without what they need, your creator has and will always never let you go without what you need. It is in the trust of this relationship that your true power resides. The power to stop the rain or quell the storm, if that is what you are given to do. The relationship is the true abundance. Money will come and go. You will have it, and then it will be taken away. You will have it, and then you will give it away. It is something to play with, but it is not everlasting. And that is where our true abundance lies. It has always been here. We call it magic and miracles and many other things. But from the day you arrived into a physical body as a unique expression, an aspect of your Creator, you have been looked after by your heavenly Mother and Father. And you have always been abundant, never ever lacking what you truly needed. In this knowing and in this awareness, you are returned to your rightful place as heir to the throne, where your freedom, which has always been with you, can be felt and lived once again. You have not been orphaned, for you are sons and daughters of God, the source, the creator, the one energy that everything has emerged from. This freedom, this knowing, this courageousness, this resilience, this ability to feel, and this recognition of your relationship through your heart with your Creator is Earthlandia, the home of the Earthlandians, people of the heart. Cheers to us all. We are sons and daughters of the Most High God, and we are the Earthlandians. Thank you for your presence, and thank you for your unending support. I am David.